The big story of the day, Charanjit Singh Channi, a Dalit Sikh and the outgoing Technical Education Minister, will be Punjab's new Chief Minister. The Congress's choice for Chief Minister after much deliberation is key given next year's polls and the fact that Dalits are around 31% of Punjab's population. The poll calculus behind the choice of Charanjit Channi appears simple. The Akali Dal, which earlier was in power with the BJP, has now joined hands with Mayawati's Bahujan Samajwadi Party to tap Dalit votes, and Mr. Channi as a Dalit and a Sikh Chief Minister, the Congress hopes will counter that. Mr. Channi, along with the Punjab Congress in charge, Harish Rawat, the Punjab Congress President, Navjot Singh Sidhu, called on the Governor on Sunday evening. He will now be sworn in tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Saurav Shukla joins us for more. Saurav, so the caste calculations not just to do with the Chief Minister, there are also going to be two Deputy Chief Ministers?
Absolutely, Sarah, and the most important thing is Congress is trying to make a caste balance. So Jat Sikh, Navjot Singh Sidhu is PCC, he is Chief of Congress Party in Punjab. Dalit CM, that is Charanjit Singh Channi. Two Deputy CM, one Deputy CM, Jat Sikh again, Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa. His name is finalized, sealed, and he is going to get the most important charge, the most important portfolio, that is home. So law and order will be in the hands of Sukhjinder Randhawa, and one more Deputy CM, that will be a Hindu face. There are two front runners. There is one is Brahma and other is Ashu. They both are cabinet minister as of now. So this is the caste equation as of now. And I have met a few senior leaders after the announcement. We couldn't speak because in the day they were busy in all the deliberations. So I was told that it was very clear that they already have a Jat Sikh PCC. So making one more, making Jat Sikh as Chief Minister will not be a right choice. As you have said, Sierra, that already Shiromani Akali Dal has aligned with BSP, and Punjab has the most number of Dalit population, that more than 32% here in Punjab. So that is why they have chosen Charanjit Singh Channi. We all know he's three-time MLA. He started his career as a councillor, then MLA, and then he became the minister, and now Chief Minister. And one more important point I would like to highlight, Sarah, that he is going to be Chief Minister for 3 months only. And they didn't want to make somebody who is strong, because one thing is very clear, that Sidhu is and he will be going to be the face of Congress in upcoming assembly election in 2022. So they want Charanjit Singh Channi there, and he is very thankful. And after 3 months, if Congress comes back to power, he will happily step down for Navjot Singh Sidhu. So that is the calculation. And one Deputy CM, that name has been finalized. Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa is from Majha. We all know Gurdaspur. His father was also in Congress. His grandfather was in Congress. A strong Congress, face of Congress from Majha belt, and he has been vocal against Badal, especially Majithia. So he is a strong leader, and he is going to hold the portfolio of home. So we may see some major action against the Badals in Punjab. So as of now, PM Charanjit Singh Channi, the Punjab Congress Chief Navjot Singh Sidhu, Jat Sikh, one Deputy CM, Randhawa, Sukhjinder Randhawa, Jat Sikh, and one Hindu face also. That will be the other Deputy CM. So tomorrow at 11 a.m., Charanjit Singh Channi will take the oath, and his cabinet will take oath later. So only 40 people are allowed, Sarah, tomorrow at Governor's house, because from tomorrow evening there will be Shraddh Pitru Paksh, not an auspicious time. That is why they are doing it tomorrow. And still, when we are talking, Sarah, the meeting is underway in Marriott Hotel, where Ajay Maken, Harish Rawat, they are brainstorming on the cabinet to balance the caste equation in Punjab. So, but one thing is sure and confirmed: field Charanjit Singh Channi is CM, one Deputy CM, Sukhjinder Randhawa, one more Deputy CM. That Deputy CM will be a Hindu face. That has yet to be decided. Sarah.
All right, so caste calculations now in play. Will this pay off is the question. But for now, Mr. Channi is the man of the hour for the Congress.
ਕੱਲ 5 ਵਜੇ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੀ ਲੈਜਿਸਲੇਟਿਵ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੀ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਐਮਐਲਏ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਨੇ ਸਰਬਸੰਮਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਐਮਐਲਏ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਕੱਲ 5 ਵਜੇ ਸਰਬਸੰਮਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਲਿਆ ਉਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਵਰਨਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਦਾਵਾ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਗਵਰਨਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ 11 ਵਜੇ ਸਹੁੰ ਚੱਕਣ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ। ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ 11 ਵਜੇ ਓਥ ਟੇਕਿੰਗ ਸੈਰੇਮਨੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਓਥ ਲੈਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਲੀਡਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਬੋਧਨ ਕਰਨਗੇ। कल 11 बजे तक तुसी इंतजार करो। बहुत धन्यवाद, थैंक यू।
पार्टी के अंदर जो राय है वो राय तो इसी के चारों तरफ है कि 2 उप मुख्यमंत्री बनाए जाएं।
सिद्धू जी भी साथ थे इस निर्णय में?
बिल्कुल साथ है, उन्हीं के नेतृत्व तो हम जो है क्लेम स्टेक करने के लिए गए। मैं बिल्कुल जाऊंगा, हमारी पार्टी के बहुत मान्य नेता है, आदरणीय नेता है, मैं उनके पास जाऊंगा। और मैं एक बात जानता हूं कि पंजाब और पंजाब कांग्रेस के इंटरेस्ट के लिए कैप्टन आगे आएंगे और सब साथ मिल करके काम करेंगे।
पंजाब में वैसे भी जो एससी पॉपुलेशन है वो तमाम हिंदुस्तान से सबसे ज़्यादा है, ऑलमोस्ट 33%। तो बीजेपी ने ये अपने मंशूर तो नहीं कहूँगा पर उन्होंने इस बात का ऐलान किया था कि अगर बीजेपी की सरकार बनती है तो वो दलित को सीएम बनाएंगे। अकाली दल ने भी बीएसपी के साथ अलायंस किया है। तो मैं समझता हूँ कांग्रेस पार्टी ने वो जिसको पंजाबी में बोलते हैं, हिंदी में तो शायद नहीं बोलते, एक धोबी पलटा मारा इस फैसले नाल कि उन्होंने नॉर्थ इंडिया का पहला दलित सीएम बनाया।
All doesn't depend upon the face of the leader, because at times people do vote for the party. Because in 2017 certainly Amrinder Singh made his way to the CM candidate. Even that was a rebel against the party high command, because back then in 2015-14 we had Mr. Pratap Singh Bajwa as a state president. So Amrinder Singh made his way through, and then he got Congress back to power in 2017 purely on his persona. But obviously Mr. Channi is not a very popular leader or a mass leader. But certainly it will make a dent in the Dalit vote bank or the SC vote bank of every other party which is claiming to have a Dalit deputy chief minister or a Dalit chief minister when they come back to power. But Congress has certainly taken a bold move, because when every other party was making this poll claim that they will introduce a Dalit CM or a deputy CM, Congress has certainly shown it by appointing a Dalit CM. Now, but the story doesn't end here. Internal rivalry and a tough task ahead. The 18-point agenda based on which Mr. Amrinder Singh was replaced, will this new chief minister be able to deliver all that before the poll code of conduct kicks in Punjab? And taking action against Badals, arresting the culprits of sacrilege issue, eradicating drugs was one of the major poll plank of Amrinder Singh back in 2016, and he had promised it to wipe out in 4 weeks. So will all that be delivered by the new chief minister under his leadership? That is the key point, because if that doesn't work, then replacing Amrinder Singh will not do any good for the Congress party in the long run. Maybe the party didn't want to expose Sidhu's working style to the opposition parties, because if you see, had Sidhu been appointed as CM, his working style, his functioning would have been under severe scrutiny by the opposition parties and may have been used to attack him in the next poll campaign. So maybe he's the what you can call a best bet. They want only to use him before the in 2022 poll campaign as CM face. And as of now, a person who is well connected with the party high command as well as Channi is also in good books of Navjot Singh Sidhu, and it is certainly not possible that Mr. Channi would have been appointed without consent of Navjot Singh Sidhu.
And the Aam Aadmi Party has promised an unemployment allowance and 80% quota in jobs for people in Uttarakhand if the party comes to power after the assembly elections in the hill state next year. As the Delhi Chief Minister visited the state on Sunday, a visit that is in line with his party's stated goal of becoming a national power in the long run, for which the party, whose roots are firmly planted in Delhi, will need to fight elections in every state wherever possible.
आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो उत्तराखंड के हर बेरोजगार युवा के लिए रोजगार मुहैया कराया जाएगा। जब तक उस बेरोजगार युवा को रोजगार नहीं मिल जाता, हर परिवार से एक युवा को 5,000 रुपए महीना दिया जाएगा जब तक उसके लिए रोजगार मुहैया नहीं करा दिया जाता। सरकार में और प्राइवेट में 80% नौकरियां उत्तराखंड के बच्चों के लिए रिजर्व की जाएंगी। चौथा, सरकार बनने के 6 महीने के अंदर 1 लाख सरकारी नौकरियां तैयार की जाएंगी। ऐसा ही जॉब पोर्टल उत्तराखंड के बच्चों के लिए तैयार किया जाएगा, जहां पे नौकरी देने वाले और नौकरी लेने वाले आपस में मिल सकें, और मैं समझता हूं इसके अंदर बहुत बड़ी ताकत है।
And in Andhra Pradesh, the YSR Congress has swept the ZPTC and the MPTC polls, and by winning a majority of these Zilla Parishad territorial constituencies and the Mandal Parishad territorial constituencies, the ruling YSR Congress party in Andhra Pradesh has made a clean sweep here.
Referendum of the good which our government has done since 2 years. After post-2019 elections, every election, including the MP election and non-local bodies elections, have been won by the YSRCP despite the vicious attempts made by the opposition, managing the system, including the election commission and, putting cases in the court.
And after Mumbai, now a latest Sero survey shows COVID antibodies have been found in 84% of Kashmiri's population, and experts say that the high prevalence of antibodies indicates that the third wave of the pandemic won't be, hopefully, as strong in the Kashmir Valley, unless, of course, there's a new strain.
Much above the national average of 67%, in Kashmir, 84% people have developed protective antibodies against COVID-19, a latest survey by Medical College Srinagar has found. This means over 84% people here have either got COVID or are vaccinated. According to official figures, less than 3% have got COVID, while over 75% people above 18 have been vaccinated. Police personnel have the highest seroprevalence, 95%, not surprising since 98% are fully vaccinated. And among healthcare workers, 91% have developed COVID antibodies. But most surprising is the data about children in the 7 to 18 age group. 78% of them have antibodies, even though none have been vaccinated.
Among the population which we took from 7 years and above, the overall prevalence was 84%, which is possibly the highest as on day. But we found that we had the subsets of population which include healthcare workers, police personnel. Then also we took the separate sample of pregnant women.
The survey was conducted in July, the 4th survey since the outbreak last year. The survey showed 89% people who are above 45 years old and 84% people above 18 years have antibodies. The data for children has raised the question of schools reopening. In Kashmir, education has been badly impacted since August 2019. The J&K administration has decided to open schools for 12th and 10th with 50% attendance.
When we divided it into the age group of 7 to 18, the group which has not been vaccinated yet, and surprisingly what we found that around over 78% among them had developed antibody. We would take a good indicator that if government decides of opening up schools, at least around 80% of our school children might be having antibodies against the infection.
Doctors say as part of the survey, a 3-level testing procedure was adopted for all age groups. The vaccine has clearly played a major role. In Srinagar, Nazir Masoodi, Findey TV.
And staying with Jammu and Kashmir, the Jammu and Kashmir High Court has dismissed a petition this week that sought to include Kashmiri Hindus and Sikhs into the job scheme for Kashmiri Pandits. Naseem Masoodi reports.
Navjot's dream of a job under the PM Special Employment Package for Kashmiri Pandits is shattered. A Kashmiri Hindu living near the LOC, Navjot lost the legal battle after the J&K High Court said that every Hindu living in the valley was not a Kashmiri Pandit and would not get jobs under the special scheme. On Tuesday, the J&K High Court dismissed a writ petition that sought to include some Hindu groups and Sikhs into the Prime Minister's job package for Kashmiri Pandits.
उन्होंने हमें साफ मना कर दिया कि उन्होंने ये बोला कि कश्मीरी हिंदूस, राजपूत, क्षेत्रीय वो कश्मीरी पंडित्स में नहीं आते. हमारे पास ओनली होप था कि कोर्ट हमारे फेवर में होगी. यस्टरडे वो भी हमारे फेवर में नहीं रहा. वहाँ पर भी कोर्ट का भी यही डिसीजन है कि कश्मीरी पंडित्स और कश्मीरी हिंदूस, राजपूत बिल्कुल अलग है. उन्होंने हमारी कम्युनिटी को डिस्क्रिमिनेट कर दिया. हम जस्टिस चाहते हैं.
On Tuesday, the J&K High Court dismissed a writ petition that sought to include some Hindu groups and Sikhs into the Prime Minister's job package for Kashmiri Pandits. The court said Kashmiri Pandit is a separately identifiable community distinct from other Hindus residing in the valley like Rajputs, Brahmins, other than Kashmiri Pandits, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and many others. Under the PM's scheme, 6,000 government jobs were announced for migrant Kashmiri Pandits in 2009. While 4,000 posts have already been filled, 2,000 jobs were recently advertised by the J&K Service Selection Board. The controversy started after the centre included non-migrants in the recruitment drive last year. The Kashmiri Sikhs say they will move the Supreme Court as the government policy to reserve jobs for only one specific community is discriminatory.
यहाँ सफर कोई चुन के किसी एक ने नहीं किया. यहाँ सफरिंग सबकी है. यहाँ मेजॉरिटी की सफरिंग है, यहाँ माइनॉरिटीज की सफरिंग है और माइनॉरिटीज इंक्लूड करती है हिंदू को, कश्मीरी पंडित को और सिख को. तो अगर आप खाली इसमें से सिंगल आउट करें कि नहीं साहब कश्मीरी पंडित ने ही ज्यादा सफर किया, ये तो बिल्कुल इनजस्टिस है. बट मैं इस चीज को अभी टेकअप कर रहा हूँ सुप्रीम कोर्ट.
But Kashmiri Pandits welcome the judgment.
हमारी एक अलग पहचान है, हमारा एक अलग कल्चर है, हमारा एक अपने जो रिचुअल्स हैं दैट आर डिफरेंट देन रेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल. अगर आप इसमें आगे पर देखेंगे जो हिंदूज हैं, चाहे वो इवन कश्मीर में भी है, दे डोंट फॉलो नीलमत पुराण कश्मीरी पंडित रिचुअल्स which are altogether different than rest of the people which are following the larger Hinduism.
Debate over the separate identity of Hindus and Kashmiri Pandits, there are serious questions on Prime Minister's special job package. Kashmiri Sikhs and Hindus are asking if these jobs are meant for the sufferers of militancy, then people from all sections of society will suffer deeply. And if these jobs are meant for the rehabilitation and return of Kashmiri migrant Pandits, then for the last 10 years, despite providing 6,000 jobs, no migrant Kashmiri Pandit has returned to the valley. In Srinagar, Nazir Masudi, Prime Minister.